been sitting here in this office all day just pondering like the future for Relay. When you're a startup and you're not like, you don't just explode out the gate and you have this like insane unicorn of a business and you're not profiting crazy numbers, like we're talking about real life reality, right? Not a unicorn stuff. Never would have seen myself owning a fulfillment center, but this is cool, you know, just kind of like seeing the trenches and helping people kind of build their business. I feel like it's something that I've loved for a long time, even though I've had my own, because I love to see people succeed too. So definitely a good journey to be on, and we're excited to grow Relay. What can we do to strategically grow this business and scale it, right? Because I mean, I'd be fucking lying to you if I was telling you that in 5 years, if someone came to me for a multi-8-figure valuation and sell it for that, I would say no. I'd be lying to you.
I didn't graduate school saying like, oh, I want to go into shipping orders, or I want to do this. Like when I graduated college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I guess the passion kind of came from like falling in love with the brand that I was helped building, falling in love with that, and just falling in love with the progress of every single day. How do I make it better? And it just so happens that distribution was my specialty and like what I was able to make an immediate impact in. So
we're in a very high overhead business, unfortunately. We're just trying to strategize and plan, okay, what do we need to do? What kind of clients do we need to target? What do we need to do sales wise? And also, do we need to take a loan out? Just being full transparent, do we need to take a loan out? Should we look for an investor for an injection of capital?
Our vision is, yes, we are a startup business, but in reality, we've been doing this for 7 years. So we finally came to this situation 7 years later, but a lot of people that we've inspired, which is amazing, right? We love putting out these YouTube videos, so shout out to Austin for that, and really inspiring people to start a business like this, but this is a tough business. Tell it how it is.
It's gotten busy, like really busy. It's been so busy that we've been focusing on fulfilling orders and doing all that stuff instead of recording. Like obviously fulfilling orders and getting product out is more important than recording a video.
Right.
So we've been hammered down, pedal to the metal since January.
I won't ever take for granted the position we're in, because we are in a very healthy position that a lot of people wish they were in.
We believe we're gonna make the right decision for our future, and hopefully in, you know, whatever 6-7 months we're here on YouTube having a completely different discussion and showing y'all the decision we made, and it's flourishing. So
hope you enjoyed it.
Comment, like, subscribe.
That's not the end of this video. Yeah.
What is the end? What is this video?
I don't know. We'll cut. Maybe we'll cut this. I don't know. So what's today? May 19th. So today is May 19th, and we want to give you an update of our current facility. We are about 2 weeks of moving into the space, and before we kind of fully settle in,
2 weeks.
I know. We're 2 weeks away from moving in, and before we do that, we want to give you this updated tour, and then I'm excited to give you the finalized tour when we have furniture in here, and it's like we're actually operating out of here. So we hope that we'll be in here in about 2 weeks, because we're having to migrate from the old facility down the street. Let's get to it. All right, so decorating like an office is always very difficult, because like furniture, we're trying to make this place like an oasis for us, to where if our clients come in and they love it, you know, they can kind of spend all day here. So we have the offices right now. We don't know where to put the furniture and what furniture to buy. So that's kind of like a sticking point for us. But our offices are pretty much completed. We have our glass doors. All the doors have magnets, and you know, this allows privacy. I don't know if we've shown this yet, but our doors are really, really nice. We want to keep it super modern, and this office, you know, has a very cold vibe to it. So as we transition into this place and we have our furniture chosen out, I can probably have a better idea of like what artwork pieces to kind of put in. We're expecting a pretty high influx of contract workers / temporary workers when we have like big launches and everything, like Black Friday, or just like when our brands that we work with have huge sales. I'm gonna take you out to something we just makeshift last week. So previously, when we were building out this space and we had like our nice office with like the waterfall counters. We didn't really factor in the fact that like people needed to like have somewhere to eat that we're not gonna allow inside, because we're not gonna allow everybody inside, right? When we have our temp workers and stuff, like we want as less foot traffic in there as possible, like less obstruction. So we devised a plan where we're like, all right, why don't we just create this space and then completely enclose it? And it worked out perfect. So this is a really big room, honestly. This is like a 20 by 30, or 20 by 20, honestly. And so we would probably have like a nice big table here, thinking like a refrigerator, microwave, water machine, and then right behind us would essentially be like a massive TV, Netflix while they're eating. But just a space where people can kind of chill, have a good time, relax, kick back for an hour or so, and an hour, welcoming. All right, so this is our additional storage, which in our hopes that Derek and I can make this our office in the very near future, and that way like our upper level creatives and our upper level employees like Austin and contractors like Fernando can kind of like be in there full time and like have their own space. So this was fully coated. It's nice now, has an even level, because before it was actually fucked up, super broken. And we have new lights up here, and it looks great. Everything is bright, everything looks clean, which is exactly what we wanted. One of the most enticing things about our studio is the cleanliness, right? The cleanliness, but also in the case of like the modern appeal to the vibe. There's not a lot of studios in Houston, you'd be very surprised, where it can kind of bring this whole entire atmosphere in all in one package. So what we did was we kind of categorized our studio into 3 different sections. Right now it's a blank wall, but what you'll see is the first wall against the window will essentially be your natural light, white space, very modern vibe if you want like just a concrete and white wall kind of vibe. And the second wall will have rolling backdrops, will offer obviously tons of colors for people to kind of use in case that's what they want. And then our last one is the concept that they're working on right now, which is called a cyclorama wall or infinity wall. So when you're doing photography, most of the time when you shoot product shots, you're in it almost looks like a matrix where it's like all white and it has a half-life. An infinity effect. And so that's what we're creating here. But the benefit of all of this is that we have natural light that comes across the entire studio during the day. You know, not a lot of studios kind of have this all-in-one concept. I had a photography studio in Southwest Houston, and although it was an amazing space, super clean and modern, it didn't have the natural light aspect. And for a lot of photographers who don't know how to use flashes or strobes and they love natural light, that kind of hinders their ability to use our space. But in this one, we kind of solved that issue because we're an all-in-one type of photography studio. So our space right now stands about 2,500 square feet, where it honestly looks a lot bigger than it is. We have our brand new flooring, and then we have these ceiling tiles that are completely flat white vinyl, so that when it does reflect off the floor, you can't see it when the lights are off. And it provides a infinity effect with the light. It kind of blends it.
Our loading dock was too short, so we had to basically drop in a ramp to put it at an 18-wheeler level. So they dropped that in. When they did that, we realized it didn't work with the current gate that we have. So now we have to put another gate, cut a hole in, put another gate in the wall over there. I'm not as good as Daniel, you know, it's shit. And then we're actually gonna put an awning over this loading dock. That way, you know, everybody has shade when we're unloading, loading stuff, and yeah, just make it nice. But so far it came out great, and yeah, like Daniel said, every time we talk, 2 weeks.
So this concludes our updated tour of our facility. We're moving in about 2 weeks, hopefully. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you all in the